Today we will discuss Gauss-Seidel method of iteration. In the previous lecture we have discussed the Jacobi's method of iteration. In the Gauss-Seidel method of iteration, for the solution of a linear equation system, a simple modification in the Jacobi's method was done, and this modification yields faster convergence as compared to Jacobi's method of iteration. For the Gauss-Seidel method, let us consider a linear equation system as given by equation 1. Here are n linear equations with n unknown x named x1, x2, x3 and so on xn. These equations are arranged so that aii or in matrix form diagonal elements are non-zero. So in this equation system 1, aii means a11, a22, a33 and so on, ann are non-zero. Now we rewrite equation 1 in this manner that x1 is computed from the equation first of given equation system and x2 is computed from the second equation of given linear equation system and x3 computed from the third equation of the given equation system and so on. Xn is computed from the nth equation of the given equation system. So we have arranged or rewrite the equation 1 in the form given by equation 2. Now if the first approximation is known and is given by x1 with superscript 1, x2 with superscript 1, x3 with superscript 1, here the superscript represent the first approximation. Then we substitute this first approximation into the first equation of the equation system 2 first equation of the equation system 2 and denote the result as x1 with superscript 2. Here the superscript 2 represent the second approximated value of x1. Here if first approximation is not known, then the way of finding the first approximation is first we compute x1 first approximation for x1 by substituting x2 equals to 0, x3 equals to 0 and so on xn equals to 0. So we get first approximated value of x1 as v1 over a11 and then we use this computed value for the computation of first approximation of x2. So for first approximated value of x2, we substitute here x1 first approximated value of x1 and x3 equals to 0, x4 equals to 0 and so on xn equals to 0. In this way we get the value first approximated value for x2, and for the first approximation for x3 we substitute first approximated value of x1, first approximated value for x2 of x2 and other x4 equals to 0, x5 equals to 0 and so on xn equals to 0. In this way we get first approximated value for x3. In similar manner we get all the first approximation. For the second approximation we use all first approximated values into the first equation of equation system 2 and denote the result as x1 second approximation. यहाँ superscript 2 represent the second approximation for x1. For the second approximated value of x2 we substitute second approximated value of x1 and remaining first approximated values of x3, x4 and so on xn into the second equation of the equation system 2 and denote the result as x2 2. This represent the second approximation for x2. Now we get the second approximation for x1 and x2. These second approximation for x1 and x2 and other first approximations are used in the third equation of the equation system 2 to obtain the second approximation for x3. So we get second approximated value for x3 and similar manner we get all the second approximations. In this manner we complete the first stage of iteration to obtain second approximation. This entire process is repeated till the values of x1, x2 and so on xn are obtained to the required accuracy. This process is repeated till the values of x are obtained to the required accuracy. So it is clear that this method uses an improved component as soon as it is available and it is called the method of successive displacement. This method is called the method of successive displacement or the Gauss-Seidel method. So this is the method, Gauss-Seidel method. Now talking about the convergence, the Jacobi and the Gauss-Seidel methods converges for any choice of the first approximation of x if every equation of the system 2 satisfies the condition that the sum of absolute values of the coefficients sum of the absolute values of the coefficients aij over aii is almost equal to or in at least one equation less than unity, or here we can represent mathematically this condition as summation over j equals to 1 to n, in which j is not equal to I, and modulus of aij over aii. This summation is over, this summation is for the absolute value of the coefficient aij over aii less than equals to 1, where I stand for 1 to up to n. Here the symbol less than, sign less than, should be valid in the case of at least one equation. The Gauss-Seidel method converges twice as fast as the Jacobi method. We can see this convergence by taking an example in the next lecture.